So, these are in the days I'm wearing nothing more really than a skirt, a smile and a mohawk, and I'm tooling around with this sort of vaudeville theatre circus performing crew called the Illuminated Fools. They're the crew who do the incredible masks at the Oregon Country Fair. And I'm at a music festival in the high desert in California, in Joshua Tree. I don't know, 15 years ago or so, maybe 15, something like that. And it's late at night, under this star-splashed night. I don't know if you know what the stars are like there in Joshua Tree in the winter. I mean, they're incredible. And the leader of the clan comes up to me and says, would you like to play the Black Christ? And I go, sure. And he brings out these puppets that you wear, and he's a wood carver, and he has these long, beautifully carved heads. I mean, they're exquisite. He's a remarkable artist, and it's got this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful head of a Black Christ, which sits on top of this structure, which basically puts the head, about the top of the head is probably about 15 feet in the air or something, 12, 15 feet in the air. And then it's got shoulders and a costume that falls down. And you're actually inside the costume, so you can't see your body, and you have a couple of poles that you use to move the arms of this character with. And if you move the arms very slowly, it gives this whole sort of presence, a very sort of mystical sort of quality. Anyways, we sort of start, he gets dressed up as someone, I think someone else was something else, and we start walking out into the crowd. And there's a little veil in the chest of this costume. And I'm looking out at this through this veil as I'm navigating around, walking through the desert in the middle of the night among all these people, and it's an astonishing experience. I'd always been incredibly disdainful of like the Jesus solitary trip, Jesus, 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 Jesus. The making of an idol of Jesus, not following the teachings, but erecting him as a figure of worship, which misses the entire point, I believe. And but it was fascinating being inside this icon and seeing the way people were relating to it. I mean, some people were just like, ugh, to complete sort of horror. But a lot of people showed incredible devotion to it. People were going down on their knees. People were asking for blessings. It was so clear to me that in a sense I was an icon of devotion that allowed them, in a sense, to cultivate precisely those qualities of love and adoration and devotion that a religious symbol can do. So for me it was quite a head shift. In that experience I went from to, alright, I understand what's going on now. Even as, there's a need to move through the symbol into... I mean, the wise ones are all very clear that fundamentally the point is not to place an object between yourself and the real, whether it's an image of God or a saviour or a prophet or so on and so forth. I mean, once you see it, it's sort of stupidly obvious, but that said, having an icon is sort of like a ladder step on the way to that sort of realization. And I had babies holding their arms out, trying to come towards me. I mean, it was really quite bizarre. Anyways, as things began to wind down, I was suddenly rushed by this very attractive young woman she didn't just rush me, but she rushed me and actually went down on her knees, lifted up the costume, climbed up inside the costume, threw her arms around me, pressed her face to mine and whispered in my ear and said, "Every girl wants to sleep with Jesus."
It's true.
So that was my recollection of your tale. So, okay.
Thank you.